Now, if you're given a graph and you're trying to figure out the slope, it becomes relatively easy. The first thing you have to remember is that slopes that go up and to the right are positive. Slopes that go up and to the left are negative. Slopes that are horizontal lines are zero. And slopes that are vertical lines are undefined. So as long as you can remember those, and some of you may recognize this as a Mr. Slope. Undefined. This, of course, is a zero slope. Okay, so there's a little face there, Mr. Slope. But anyway, the important thing is that you understand whether it's going up to the right is positive, up to the left negative, and so forth. Okay, so if you're given a graph of a line, and we'll just pick this point there and this point here. Okay, so you know there's the line and you want to calculate the slope. You can take the points, and like that other video I made, you can take the points and subtract the y's and put them over the difference in the x's and calculate the slope. But on a graph, if it's something relatively simple, all you have to do is count blocks. So you know that this is just a right triangle, and it ends at the 2 points. Okay, so count blocks. Here's the rise part, and here's the run part. Okay, so the rise, you count. If you just say start here, I'll go to green, start here. Rise is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the rise is 6 over the run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 over 10. And there's your slope. M is 6/10, and if you reduce it, 3/5. That means the slope goes up 3 and over 5. So, or down 3 and over 5 in the other direction. But because this is going up and to the right, we know the slope is positive. Okay? So, let's look at another example real quick. And we'll make this a negative slope. We'll start there. We end up right there. Okay, so basically that's the line we want to calculate the slope of. So we know that if we make a right triangle out of this, this is the rise, this is the run. So the rise starting here is 1, 2, 3, 4. Rise is 4, and the run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Run is 9. So the slope in this case is 4/9, 4 over 9. Can't reduce that, so it just stays as 4/9. And as I said before, you can decimalize it if you want, but sometimes it's a lot easier to just leave it as a fraction because it's easier to work with when you're trying to calculate some other things with slope. But the key thing here now is because this leans up and to the left is that it's a negative slope. Okay, that's important. So even though the rise is 4 and the run is 9, because it goes up and to the left, it's a negative slope. Don't forget that. If it went up and to the right, it would be a positive slope. If it was just a horizontal line, it would be a zero slope. And if it were a vertical line, it would be an undefined slope. So that's how you calculate slope given a graph.